So today's the day. Today's the day I show you how to make my asada tacos. All right. First, we gotta start out with some meat. The meat today is ribeye. I just wanted to try the ribeye out. Normally I use another cut of meat, but today I'm using ribeye. I figured, hey, why not? So I'm gonna slice it real thin, just like that. All right, I'm gonna keep coming up, keep slicing it up, right? Trim that fat a little bit, cut it into little pieces. Keep going, trim the fat, cut it up a little bit more. All right, and then we're gonna put it in a bowl too and prep it. We're gonna take a half a lime, and I'm gonna puncture it a little bit, you know, just to kind of loosen those juices up in there. And I'm gonna squeeze half this lime into this bowl. All right, and that's gonna give it a little bit of extra kick. So seasoning wise, I don't really season the meat heavy, okay? Especially not at first. All right, so we take this meat, the Goya all-purpose seasoning. First, I use that, and sparingly. I don't use a lot of it, just sparingly. Okay, I'm real sparing with the meat. I like the meat to have a natural flavor to it. Next, we're gonna put some cumin in there. All right, mix that up in there, and then last but not least, some oregano. All right. So I don't salt this right now because the Goya has a good bit of salt in it. All right, so we don't want to jump the gun on that. All right, so I go pretty light right here, and then basically I just mix it all up in my hands and whatever. And then we're gonna end up, once it's all nice and mixed, we're gonna cover it and let it sit for at least 30 minutes. You can put it in the fridge. Honestly, for it to really soak in, if you want to really absorb all them flavors, you can mix it up and then give it a covering and make it the day before and let it sit in there overnight. And then the next day when you want to make tacos, it's all good. So usually as I get a good covering over it and all of that, and then I'll put it in the fridge. So the next thing after we cover it, take it out, we got to get a pan real hot. I'm using olive oil. It's a good oil, but it does smoke a lot. The burn temperature is a lot lower, so get ready for that. If you're using olive oil, avocado oil, they're just healthier for you, so I always cook with olive oil. We're gonna put this meat in there, and we're gonna make sure I use high heat to brown it real quick. I like to get those nice brown edges on it. Get it brown. I don't like it to sit there and just boil. That's the one thing that I avoid, but if it happens, it'll still be good either way. It's all right, don't sweat it. So here's our meat, got a nice little brown edges and stuff on it. All right, now that's ready to go. All right, so now we got to start constructing our taco. So here we got some corn tortillas. All right, and these are white corn tortillas. And they have the yellow corn ones too. It's up to you. I like using these. They're all right. The yellow ones are good too. These ones seem to hold a bit better. And now I got some white premium American cheese. I had to go to the actual deli and get them to cut me off a block of this cheese. All right, and that's hand shredded. Okay, so I shredded it myself. It's a good cheese. So now we have some white onions pre-chopped up, ready to go. Look, I've been eating tacos a lot this week, so I have shit just on on lockdown, on standby. Same thing with the cilantro. It's all chopped up. I just chop it up pretty, kind of coarse chop it, and then, tub it up. Next, we got the salsa verde, but this is the roasted one. This is the good one right here. This is the one that I like. Same company. They got an avocado hot sauce. This is actually really good. I've been putting this on sparingly. It's pretty hot. I would just have to say, if you like hot food, you're gonna love it. If you don't, I'll stay away from it. So this cheese, when I go to the deli, I have them cut me off about a pound of it. You can actually use this cheese, melt it down with green chilies, and make queso out of it with some milk. That's actually really good. So to make my tacos, I like to do them one at a time. That's just me. A little olive oil, make sure it's hot, and I put it down there, and I press around while I have it down. And you'll see it'll start to kind of flatten a little bit. You should have a nice little sizzle to it, and you'll see it'll start to flatten a little bit and kind of flatten out. So once that happens a little bit, then you can go ahead and add your meat, have that on standby. All right, and you periodically want to be checking the shell too. I mean, I'm on like medium high, medium heat. I don't want it to go too quick. So always be periodically checking the underside of your shell. Next, I'm gonna add some onions to it. And then what you're gonna want to do is, once you got the onions on, you want to cover it up a little bit and let the onions sweat just a little bit. This is how I make them. It's personal preference, so I sweat them just a little bit. Then I'm gonna go ahead and add my green salsa. Salsa verde. That's it. That's the stuff. The taco ain't shit without the salsa, so you gotta have the salsa. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add the spicy avocado hot sauce too, man, because that stuff, man, stank mixed together. It's just really good. So you see how I'm going up under there and I'm looking at it, checking the shell, seeing what's going on. There you go. See how you have that really nice browning going on in there? That's what you want. All right, that nice browning, so it's almost crispy on the outside, and then, you know, still got a crunch on the outside, just a little bit. Now I'm gonna add my cilantro to it, and then my shredded American cheese. And here's where I add the salt. Okay, I just give it a nice crunch of salt, and then a nice spray of that lime. And that salt and that lime really makes it sharp and stand out. And that's it. There you go. That's the taco. It's ready to be devoured. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you go after it yourself and you make the best taco, and I hope it's the best thing you ever ate in your life. And thank you for watching this. I love you.